Good morning, everybody. I am thrilled to be here today at Western University to talk to you all about a topic that strangely seems to be everywhere, but nowhere at the same time. Does anybody have any guesses? Nobody read the brochures. Great. Well, today we're going to be talking about money. Now, when I say the word money, how many of you just felt a little bit uneasy? Maybe a little bit anxious? Did you roll your eyes? I saw a couple over there. See, in the hundreds of TED Talks that have been archived, only a handful have ever dared to tackle the topic of money directly. But why? Money supposedly makes the world go round, right? So why is it that it always stops the conversation? Why does talking about money make so many people feel uncomfortable? Why does talking about money feel like we've broken some unspoken rule? Well, today we're going to be diving into some of these emotional reactions and explore some of the hidden forces at play. So I want you to all picture yourself at a dinner table. You're at your favorite restaurant, and you're chatting. You're chatting to your friends about your family, about your new car you just bought, about Jimmy's new girlfriend that you all can't stand. And then all of a sudden, somebody slips money into the conversation. There's a shift. Eyes dart, people fidget, and suddenly everyone wants to be anywhere but there. Now, see, this reaction is almost subconscious. Money, for many, isn't just a currency, but it's a source of anxiety, of stress, and even fear. So how can you start to reshape the way that you think about money? How does this script, this money script that you were given, impact your day-to-day lives without you even realizing it? Well, you might not feel it, but every single one of you in this room is an actor. You are an actor with a unique script. Now, this script is a predetermined list of emotions, of thoughts, of fears, and even misconceptions about money that have been ingrained into your brain since the day you were born. Now, this script, it wasn't written by you, but it was given to you by your parents, by society, and by your personal life experiences. To really help you understand this point of a money script I'm trying to make, I'm going to share a quick story with you. So I was in downtown Toronto and I was speaking at an event, and these three kids came up to me. They were all between the ages of 18 and 24. They'd immigrated from Colombia to the United States, and now they were in Canada, completely alone. At the end of the event, they came up to me, and we started talking about money. One of them said something to me that I will never forget. He said, "For us, growing up, money was survival." You see, these kids were never worried about buying the latest phone or having brand name clothes. Instead, for them, every dollar carried the weight of survival. For them, money was a lifeline, stretched thin to keep the fridge stocked with just enough food, a roof over their heads, and their family safe from the cold streets. That was how they viewed money, tied to their survival and the survival of their loved ones. This was their money script. So now I invite each one of you to reflect. What are your earliest experiences handling or discussing money? And how does that influence your current financial behavior? You see, those kids that I spoke with in Toronto, they're likely all going to grow up to become extreme savers influenced by their fear of scarcity. They'll likely grow up never being able to fully enjoy a dollar that they ever earn because they're constantly in fear of losing it all. And this is sad. It is. But it doesn't have to be their story. So how can you start to rewrite your script to foster a healthier, more positive relationship with your finances? Well, before you can start to change your script, you first must recognize your own. Who wrote your script? Was it shaped by caution, by scarcity, by fear, or by abundance? You see, every single person in this room has had unique exposures and experiences to money that have shaped the way that you see it today. Did your parents refuse to buy you a chocolate bar after a hockey game? Because mine definitely did. Did a grandparent not retire and work themselves into their 70s and 80s because they didn't have enough savings? Or did a friend not attend college because they couldn't afford tuition? You see, each one of us has had our own interactions with money that have shaped the way that we view it today. So now that you recognize that you have your own script, how can you start to change it? Well, before you can start changing things, you first must realize what is wrong with your current one. You have to challenge and confront these deeply ingrained beliefs that you have held for so long and question whether they're truly serving you properly. You have to ask yourself a couple hard-hitting questions. Is my script serving me well? Does it align with my values and my goals? Or is it holding me back? Now, you see, I've had a scarcity mindset ever since I was a kid. True story, I used to come home from elementary school every single day, run up the stairs, take my San Francisco 49ers piggy bank, and dump out everything onto the floor. I would sit on that carpet and count every single penny, nickel, and dime every day without fail. Now, I came to this realization last year. I was sitting in my room working 4 different jobs, trying to make as much money as I could. And I'll be honest, at the time, I was making a lot more money than the average 20-year-old. I was doing pretty well for myself. But at the same time, if you came up to me then and you asked me, Matt, what does your dream life look like? Well, I would have told you it was traveling the world and eating great food. But meanwhile, because of the scarcity mindset that I still had from when I was a kid, I never spent a dollar that I earned. I ate the same food. I had chicken and rice for dinner every night. I bought cheap coffee. I bought no-name brand t-shirts. And I refused to pay for premium music streaming services. Every time I would listen to music, it was like a radio station with the amount of ads I would get. It was brutal. So one day, I looked in the mirror and I said, Matt, what are you doing? You've worked so hard to have all of this, to be able to go and live your dream life, and now that you have it, you still won't enjoy it. So why wasn't I living my dream life? Well, for many of us, asking yourself this question can be tough, but it can also be revealing. See, like me, you might dream of a life where you can travel the world, enjoy fancy restaurants, donate to charity, and pay for your children's education, yet there's a misalignment. A misalignment between your money script and your actual values and goals. And so when you challenge your script, if you find these misalignments between your script and your deepest values and goals, then it's a clear sign that you need to rewrite your script. Something needs to change. Now, changing your script isn't easy, but it is possible. Just like actors rehearse their lines, you must rehearse living your new script. Ask yourself, what is one small thing that I can do today to start rewriting my script for tomorrow? Start small. Open the bills that you've been avoiding. Try tracking your spending for a month, or maybe, just maybe, try to talk to someone that you care about openly about money. See, although these tasks may sound small, unimportant, and even silly, they allow you to start slowly seeing money in a more positive and healthy way. See, for me, it was allowing myself to treat myself to more expensive coffee every now and then. It was allowing myself to buy nicer t-shirts from a nicer store in the mall. It was allowing myself to not track my spending every single day on a giant spreadsheet because I thought I was going to go broke. I learned to let things go. Everything except the music streaming, I actually still refuse to pay for any of those. But imagine what you could do and how big you could dream if money was no longer a source of stress, but a foundation for fulfillment. And as you practice your new script, each day and each decision becomes a step towards you living your new narrative. So what happens when these changes start to take root? A transformation begins, not just in your finances, but in your entire approach to life. You start to live out your new script. Money goes from being a taboo topic to slowly being seen as a resource and a tool. The anxiety and stress that were once associated with money for you begin to disappear and are replaced by a sense of hope, imagination, and a sense of financial peace. Money has become a means to an end, not the end itself. And before you know it, you'll be sitting at that very same dinner table, the one that you were at before, sitting across from your family, your friends, and your kids, all dreaming about your rich life together. You'll be dreaming, imagining, and picturing yourself on that farm you always wanted, or on that vacation to Europe, or maybe picturing yourself eating takeout once a week from that really good Japanese place down the street. That one was a little bit personal. But just like that, money has transformed from a source of endless worry to a source of endless possibility. It has become a tool to build your dreams. Now, I'm standing here today as someone who has completely rewritten his own money script. I went from counting the literal pennies in my piggy bank every single day to not second-guessing booking a $4,000 vacation to Europe. How? Because I challenged my script and rewrote it to align with my deepest values and goals. And I'm standing here today sharing that with you in the hopes that it'll inspire you and help you to do the same. And one thing that you need to realize is that when you rewrite your own script, not only do you change your life, but you also have the power to change those of the people around you. See, your parents and your life experiences may have given you your script, but you have the power to change it and to rewrite it and to provide your friends, your family, and your kids with a different one. So remember, recognize your script, challenge it, and then start to rewrite it. Now, before we end today, I want each and every one of you to think of one small thing that you can do today to start rewriting your script for tomorrow. And let this be your starting point. Thank you.